Hey guys, sorry I'm out, but I just wanted to record this video to show you how to complete the assignment that I have assigned to you for today. So the first thing you're going to do is in Google Classroom, you're going to go to Daily Work. It should also be in the stream. And you're going to click on the assignment. And you're going to click on the Login button. When you get to this screen, you should accept the cookies. And then when you log in, you're going to click Log in with Google by clicking the G. Do not try to log in using a username or password. Click Log in with Google. Okay, you're going to select your account. Click Continue. And then it should look something like this. You'll click Start. I'm asking you to complete each problem to the best of your abilities and show your work. So number 1 says if LM equals 22 and MN equals 15, find LN. So these are numeric responses. So on this assignment, you probably will not need to know where everything is, but what we need to do now is show you where everything is. So the first thing I need to show you is here's our normal buttons. Most of these can be found on your keyboard. Here's our squared button. This is our other exponent, square root. We have our fraction button. If we need a square root that's not, or a radical that's not a square root, I believe there's a button for that as well. I'll locate it. We have our inner parentheses button, X, Y. The function button is going to be a very important one because in here is our, like I said, our nth root. So anytime we need to do an nth root, like the cube root, all of our trigonometry symbols are in here, which we'll be using a lot. All of our angle markings, degrees, our geometry symbols, most of them are right here. However, there are some in this button. We have our overlines, which is where we're going to find our line symbol and our ray symbol, line and ray. So if the answer was line LN, we would then put that button and click LN, okay? But I do need to go through and show you how we are going to be showing our work, how this is going to work for you guys. It should not be too difficult. So you're going to click Show Your Work. And then there are a few options you can have for showing your work. One, you can use the math tool. So we have our list right here. We can type in our formula. And that is going to be that LM plus MN equals LN. Now, unfortunately, you can't add another line on this. You're going to have to do it separately. Again, here's all of our math tools, all of our math buttons. Everything is here. Click Add Math. And then you're going to go ahead and do your substitution. So we have LM is 22 plus MN is 15. And that is going to equal 37. So we'll put our answer, click Add Math. And if you want to move it, you click your Select tool right here. Click on what you want to move, and you can just slide it over. Now, sometimes it is a little bit annoying to try and move things on here when you've typed them. So I'm going to show you an alternate way to add your work. All right, so what you're going to do if you want to add your work is go here to Add Image. And you're going to click Take a Photo. Now it's going to might ask you for permissions. You're going to click Allow while visiting the site. And then you're going to take your picture. And right now it's mirrored, but don't worry. It mirrors it, reflects it, and click Add Image. And then you can move it around. You can't really crop on here like you can in Cami, but at the very least you can add your work and just show it here on a marker board if you wish. And then all you're going to do here is type 37, okay? And then it tells me that I'm correct up here in the corner. I click Done, and then I can move on to the next question, okay? So the next thing you can see here is you have a calculator if you need it. Mine is apparently not responding right now. So if that happens, and I don't know why, you can use Desmos or you can use anything else you need to. So if you go to desmos.com, there are a few options. Most of the time we do the graphing calculator first, but I want you to use the scientific calculator for this because it's the one that's a regular calculator. Okay, so if you need it, just use the scientific calculator from Desmos. All right, so I've skipped to number 3 to go ahead and give you a little bit of help on this one so we can practice showing our work again. So again, we have RT is 36, and we have RS is 6x plus 1, and ST is x plus 7. And you can make this bigger by clicking on the image. So what I would do here first is make a separate list because we aren't actually given a list easy to color code if we wanted to. So let's say RS equals 6x plus 1. And then ST is equal to x plus 7. And then RT is equal to 36. And if you make this list, then you don't really have to draw the picture on your marker board. I will again take a picture of this on a marker board and show you how to add your work that way as well. Okay, so that's our list. Now our formula is going to be RS plus ST is equal to RT. Oops. And now I'm going to add it in math form because I like the way that looks better. All right, so we're going to click Add Math. And so I have RS, which is 6x plus 1. And then I'm going to add x plus 7. And that's going to be set equal to 36. Click Add Math. And again, we can move it around if we click on Select. You can also make it bigger and smaller. And you can change the color. If you want to change the color, it's up here in the upper right hand or upper left hand corner. And these are the only colors we really have. So it's not as much color as we have on Cami. All right, next line. I'm going to combine like terms. So 6x plus 1x is 7x. And 1 plus 7 is 8. That's going to equal 36. And then we're going to subtract 8 from both sides. Now, luckily, in this one, it's a little easier to put spaces. You generally wouldn't have to show this step see, this is one of the reasons why it's hard to add the math by text format. You have to click in the right spot or it starts to spin and change sizes. But what I was meaning to say is that if you're doing the typing it in math, you don't have to add the intermediary steps as long as you show the results. So what I mean is 7x plus 8 becomes 7x equals, oops, I didn't mean to click on the y, 28. Okay. And again, it will be hard to show the division step. But if you want to show the division step here, you can just put either divide by 7, a couple spaces, divide by 7. It's not as easy to show that step as it is when you do it by hand, which is one reason why doing it by hand is a good idea. And then our final is x equals 4. And that is what they wanted, so we are done with this problem. Now, if you're using a touch screen or a stylus of any kind, you can use the drawing tool here. You would need to select Scribble, and then you can use that to write directly on the assignment. Or you, again, can use the marker boards. and then click Add Image, take a photo. By now, you shouldn't have to allow it every time. I know it's a little hard to read because I have my lighting. But again, you can just add the photo on instead of typing up all the work. So whichever way works best for you, that's what I want you to do. Reminder, you may work with people on this assignment. You do not have to do it by yourself. When you are finished, you will go ahead and click Submit. So remember, we learned about bisectors. It cuts it directly in half. So that's one thing you'll want to remember on 9. But again, you may work together. Click Submit when you're done. If you have any questions, send me an email and I'll answer them as quickly as I can. Bye.